The greatest challenge in life is to be yourself in a world that's trying to make you be like everyone else. This is what teaches the holy master, the Hasidic master, Reb Zusha of Anipoli. And Rabbi Balafia and our group commented today that there's a force in the world, a very strong energy, a pull that's trying to make us all be the same. Especially in today's culture, we see it across the board, not to be talked about now. And in our life, we see it too. We grow up in families and we're meant to be like our families. We grow up in schools, we have friends, and there's lots of peer pressure. And inside our heads, there's lots of pressure, automatic patterns telling us to be a certain way. So how do we get out of this? Especially if it feels wrong. And if when we logically think about it, it is wrong. We need to contemplate, meditate, and realize that these are not our values, and go over it and internalize it and learn to stand up and be a man, to be a strong, independent person. Now we see that the holy Abraham Avinu, the holy Abraham, he is known as someone who went Aver Yarden. He went the other side of the river. What does that mean? It means that in a world that was telling him to worship idols, to believe that what's most powerful is to earn money, to have power, to be the leader, to be the ruler, that he could be different and could say, no, God created the world and God created everything we see. And God is my creator, and I'm not going to do what you say because you're a Nimrod. You're King Nimrod. And that was the name of the king. Funny enough, today we use the word as a fool. And that he said no. And he destroyed his father's idols. If any of you remember it, eventually when he got more strength after he learned from his holy teachers, Shem and Aver, his great-great-great-grandfathers, he took the biggest, the club in his father's idol store. His father was an idol dealer. I mean, what could be better, right? What a setup. And he broke them all and put the club inside the biggest idol's hand. His father came home from a business trip and he said, what happened to my whole storage supply? And Abraham said, no problem, Dad. You know what happened. The big one, he got angry and he destroyed all the little ones. And his father said, that can't be. You know they can't do anything. So he said to his father, then why do you worship them? Why do you give them power? And he said, that's enough. I put up with this shenanigans for a while. And he brought him to King Nimrod to try to make him King Nimrod, pressure him to be like everyone else in the kingdom, to worship idols. Now, what did King Nimrod do? He said, bow to the idol. Abraham said, no. And then what happened? He threw him in jail for 10 years. Pulled him out of jail and said, are you ready now? Said, no. I mean, I don't know how. So amazing. So then what happened? He threw him in the fire. Threw him in the fire. And Abraham lived. There was angels, they say, in the Midrash around Abraham protecting him. That's amazing. That is our role model. That is somebody that we can try to emulate, try to become like. Abraham, the holy teacher. So how do we do that? How do we stand in a place where there are no men? Like we started to talk about earlier, we need to really get clear on what we believe in. What we believe in. And we need to have the strength to go against the current. The rabbi pointed out a funny thing today, and I'm not a scientist, but I might call my sister and find out. That fish who are dead go with the stream, and fish who are alive can go up the stream. And that's the wonderful way to know if a fish is alive or not. Okay, so are we a fish that's alive or dead? We need to have strength to be ourselves in a world that's trying to make us be like everyone else. In a world that's trying to pressure us. And we need to think for ourselves and decide for ourselves what needs to be done, what we believe in, and stand for it. Let's empower ourselves and let's have an amazing day where we try to give ourselves strength and strengthen and empower the people around us to do the right thing and to figure out what is the right thing and to stand for it even in tests that are challenging, which I don't wish any tests upon any of us, or myself for that matter. Have a great day, and thank you for allowing me to share this if you're still listening. And it's amazing. It's amazing. Amazing. Let's work together and grow.